Well, I think we left this series last time, right? We just cut the holes in the back door here to put the locks in. I was going to pocket hole some bits of wood to put across there and put the locks in. Block them in properly with some more wood. You know, can't even see what I'm talking about. So I've decided today to, since I've only got limited time, there's only 2 goals. One is to pocket hole these bits of wood that are going up here. And once I've done that, cut the hole in the back to get the locks in. If I can get the locks in, I'm going to probably cut some slots into here somewhere so that can actually be locked. And beyond that, I have no idea. So small goals today, but we're just getting little bits and pieces done on the way to getting this all finished up and ready to cover. This t-shirt is the t-shirt I was wearing in the very first video of this series, and that was 20 videos ago. Maybe you want to go see them? I don't know. I'm gonna stick a link up here if you want to go see the complete playlist. If you haven't seen them all, and you've got a couple of days to spare, maybe go and watch them if you've got nothing better to do, and I really mean if you've got nothing better to do. And of course I've done the usual trick where I lose the pocket hole driver, of course. The pocket screwdriver, is that what it's called? Pocket screwdriver? The square knobby thing that goes in the hole. If I don't have that, I can't do it. I have one, but it's really short. I'm not sure that one is the one that fits in there properly. Bugger. I'll know where it is. It's got to be here somewhere. I thought it would just be sitting in here. Alright, go look for it. Last check in here. Nope. Man, I've been so careful not to lose that thing. So we're going to go with the very, very short one, and it's barely even in the drill. We'll see if we can get that to work. If not, I don't know, shut down the whole operation, sell off all the equipment. Nah, it's not that bad. I've been trying so hard not to lose that bit. Yeah, never mind. Let's just get on with it and see what we can do. Since the start of the project, I have been using this pocket hole drill bit and this jig, and the jig's just a little bit worn out just down there. If you're aware of it, you can avoid making contact with it. But it's still working awesome. Timu for the win. Yeah, if I'm doing this and I put too much upward pressure when I'm screwing in, I'm gonna actually drop this on my head. So stick around, could be hilarious. Oh, it is starting to take shape. Look, that's not bad. It looks worse from behind because it doesn't look straight, but it is. It's fine. Straight-ish. All right, so that bad boy's going to sit in there like this. This wood is almost the right size, but not quite. I'm gonna have to get the drop saw out and fix this up. But the idea is to put another bit of wood in there like that. I don't know if I have to block it in at the top as well, or even if I can because of the way the locking mechanism works. Probably can't do that. In which case, I think that'll have to do. So I'm going to have to get the drop saw back out, make a couple of bits of wood that fit just in that spot. Pocket hole it in. I might actually pocket hole it in while these are in place. Might even screw those into the wood at the bottom. Make sure that they're square before I put this bit in. Make sure it's nice and tight. Give it a lot of rigidity. It's a plan. And it's dark again. I should just use this one all the time. It's lighter. Doesn't show how dark it is though. Might just keep that out here. Found it. I found the long pocket screw bit. I thought it was just in there somewhere. I remember just putting it down in there. Anyway, let's get this out. Enough. Same deal. I'm getting confident. Yes, it fits. Fits good. Ish. Good enough, I would say. Good enough. We're running out of light. Might screw these handles in from the outside just so that they're on there. Well, we've run out of light again, but that's what one of them looks like in. I'm going to screw the other one in because it's just a hole at the moment. And then we'll have to leave it here for this day's events, and we'll come back to something else either tomorrow or the next day, or the next day, or maybe the next day. Well, some days later and I'm back at it. Just been fixing up a few bits and pieces, cutting some wood and sticking up here on the roof just to seal this seam up. It's all glued up and put in screws from the top so I could hold two bits of ply together pretty much. That's what that's all about. It's making the thing solid, which is pretty good. Yeah, also just like filling in a few gaps along the side. One of the bits of ply for the roof actually lifted and I had to screw it back down, and I filled it up with some liquid nails, and hopefully that'll hold for a while and we'll see what happens. But I thought I'd save you all the rigmarole of that, and also I've got the tailgate with a big gap at the top because I hung the hinges wrong. I do want to fix that up. But that might be for another day, and there's a couple of things I want to do now. One of them is cut some little channels to get the catches off the T-handles, give them something to bite into. So I've got a bit of an idea about that. I have a bit of this aluminium edge trim that I was using for a different project, and it's basically just like a U shape. So if I cut some small sections out and actually countersink a hole into here, and then put that in the hole, if I cut it just to the right and glue it in there, that way there should be enough room for the catches to take. And also these nice pristine sides, which I'm going to have to cut the window and the door in. I feel like I want to do that now and try and get the door to fit. And if I can get the door to fit, then I'll just, I'll still be covered pretty much. Shouldn't fill up with rain, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And of course for that we've got our old friend, the trim router. All set to go really. All I need to do is drill a hole from the inside and start cutting that out. Ow. Sure. Well, it still fits. Well, that's the door cut and fit. You can see there's a big gap here for the hinge, and I'm going to have to, because I've changed the size of the ply on the outside to this guy, this big fat thing, I don't know, can't remember what it was, 12 mil maybe. The door now sits well inside it. I'm going to have to make a couple of risers for the hinge to actually sit on up here. Yeah, these are the same hinges I'm going to be using for the back up there. I've just screwed them onto a bit of wood here. I'm just going to try and like roughly cut them out and then maybe sand them or something. Use a router. I don't know. I did buy these, one of these, I guess they call them Japanese saws from Temu. I don't know if it's Figure or McCoy or if it's going to be any good, but we'll see if it works. Seems to cut in a straight line. I actually think that came up really good. I'm going to take that bit of wood off, screw it down to some other wood, use it as a template, use a trim bit router to make some more of them, I reckon. I mean, if you wanted to start a primitive fire, this is how you do it, eh? So I just did it the easy way. I just cut all these out on the drop saw. Dangerously holding it with my fingers on weird angles and shit, but you know, at least now I can screw these together. I might even just be able to sand it then. There we go. And that is one door test fit, and it swings. Actually swings really nicely. Fits really nicely. It does need a bit of cleanup. It's going to have a bit of trim around it. I'm still not sure if I'm going to put like a slight chamfer, whatever you want to call it, camber. Still not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I might have to, just to clean up that edge a bit and make it look a bit neater. But once that's covered, you probably won't even tell. Yeah, should probably try and get that door handle in and make it work. But yeah, these are the little risers that I made, which means there is quite a gap here. But you get quite a gap between the door and the frame now, but that's to be expected with the depth of it. Yeah, there's a door. Well, that is the door and hardware fitted, although I did have a little accident. I over tightened and I split the cast. So now it's definitely not waterproof, but in there wasn't going to be waterproof anyway. But I'll just get another one because they're cheap, and maybe I'll get a good one this time. But yeah, she swings and she locks. Obviously this isn't all put together yet. I need to finalise how this is all going to go together with like coverings and stuff, and then screw it all in properly. But progress. Managed to get that catch in all right. Yeah. Well, I don't know where the last bit left off, but it's time to do the second door, and I've got a couple little changes that I'm going to do in this procedure, see if I can get it done quicker and better. And it's all set up, ready to go. I'll run you through it. Have got myself a brand new flush routing bit. It's a bit bigger than the other one, like a bit rounder. Should do a better job considering it's nice and sharp. And the other thing I'm going to do is use the jigsaw to cut out the excess before we try and trim it. Because I was looking at some YouTube last night and tips on how to use a trim router, and it said to actually remove as much as you can before you use the trim router, so it's not doing work, corroding, smoke and that sort of shit. I think it was just the old blunt bit, but you know, if this makes it quicker, so be it. I was going to try and keep those panels that came out of the doorway to try and use them for something else, but meh, whatever. Close enough. I don't know if it's just a better quality bit, sharper, but the fucking finish on this one, absolutely amazing. Nary a splinter inside. Didn't quite get the glue there though. Let's try and get that off. So I get started on the job, and then it just does occur to me that I used all the hinges on the other side and on the back, so nothing to attach this one. So while it's still early, I might knock out the windows and then go to the hardware shop and buy some more hinges, I guess. I don't actually think jigsawing did anything, so I'm gonna bypass that and see how we go. So apparently if you keep your tools sharp, you get a better result. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Yep. That's better. That beyond the scope of what we're doing today, I think. Alright. Once another door fit, well, that is pretty much doors and windows cut in now. The doors are in, which is, you know, pretty cool. Obviously the inside of the doors isn't done and there's no handle on that one, but we'll get around to that as soon as I find the handles. I did break this one. I've ordered a new one, and hopefully that'll turn up not within a month, but within some days. Otherwise, you know, I might be able to go out and find another one. I do have to attach these skins properly to the doors. But yeah, another almost working door. Bit of sanding around the edges. It's just in that corner. It's just not quite right. But we'll get there. Yep. Other than that, the door actually fits really well. I'm so happy with it. So yeah, it is getting a little bit dark, and I'm pretty happy with the progress I made though. Those door handles, I did break that one, and the other side, I don't know where that one is. It's in a box somewhere full of other stuff, which I keep sorting out, and then going through and sorting out again, and then losing everything. But that's all right. Yeah, fix that door handle, get the other one on, test fit these windows maybe tomorrow. Cut the slots in the back to actually be able to lock with the locking mechanism, and I'm ready to start filling in little holes and prepping for actual covering. I'm so close. There's going to be lots of sanding, that's all I can say. So thanks for hanging around for this one anyway, and I'll see you next time.